In this presentation, I will be comparing Chapter 5 and Chapter 4. In Chapter 5, White Shame, Responsibility, and Moral Emotions, the white problem is under consideration here. This is the problem of those children of history who created the situation of racism, and therefore bear responsibility for it. This was said by Joel Cable, but just as he said those children of history must take responsibility, so should the present generation of fixing the situation. What the present generation needs is an appropriate amount of shame and a desire to avoid the negativity of racism. This has the capabilities to motivate us to reconcile, forgive, and reconnect. The experience of shame is directly about the self, while guilt is about a person's actions and their consequences. In this way, guilt is a form of self-punishing anger, but the focus is shifted from ourselves to someone as we perceive has done something wrong. While shame experiences the other as a watcher. This watcher's approval or disapproval is felt by the self directly. The approval or disapproval of this watcher can in turn be an evaluation of our self-character. In this scope, guilt is narrower than shame because shame threatens us with abandonment. Therefore, the thematic issue would be shame because the absence of it is the wedge in our society. In Chapter 4, Existential Dynamics of Theorizing Black Invisibility, Du Bois once said that the African American is forced by limited options into a double reality, a single body split into two souls with two correlated worlds. The consequence of this is that problems that now confront African Americans sink into the shadows of a skewed and deranged conception of African Americans as the problem themselves. This directly ties into guilt and shame because the white community has and is doing this to the African American community. It is more obvious how guilt can be seen from this example, as the white community has done something wrong by using racism. This is where the shame should tie in. The shame should also be present as different members of the white community watch each other practice this racism. Not only should the shame be present, but also the disgust that makes you want to stand up to racism. Racism has gone so far that no longer do the blacks symbolize crime and licentious sexuality in an anti-black world. The black now is crime and licentious sexuality in an anti-black world. I know that they did not bestow this title upon themselves, and that is why the white community, and even me, a person who actively stands up to racism, should feel shame.